Welcome back to Flame of Recca, Part 5, the last video I'm going to do for this series. Before I talk about the last episode of the series, episodes 30 to 45, I originally envisioned this series, basically the review series, as a six-parter. The only reason why it's basically 5, because, well, if you kind of look at basically what I reviewed in the previous 4 videos, the first one covered the first 13 episodes of the series. And basically parts 2, 3, and 4 covered 8 episodes. This one covering the last 5, because I originally envisioned basically just doing 6 episodes apiece. Yes. And, yeah, with this episode, and the way this episode ends, despite the fact it sets up the when they get to the last one, I took the last episode, I will come out my final thoughts as I'm done with this. Okay, as for these 5 episodes, it's the final round of the Death Battle tournament. Now, before it gets to the final battle, we have an old man who pops up. Yep, an old man who basically teases people like Daemon gives him a Magogon. Fuko, he just happens to show up in the girl's bathhouse. And this is the first time you get chance. Now, in the case of Fuko, not the first time we see her underwear. For Kongero, this is the first time seeing her in underwear at all, because the thing is, she's worn the same outfit the entire series. Well, with the exception of a few episodes, generally she's worn the same outfit. And apparently, under her outfit, she wears black underwear. Okay, fine. And we also get a chance to see, well, as for, let's say, Unagi underwear, well, this is technically the first time we see her in underwear, because not the first time we see her take off her clothes. This has happened to her roughly twice over the course of 2 episodes. Yep. And of course, he hints the fact that Fuko might be in love with Daemon. Just like how Domon basically has been in love with her since the start of the series. Though she first popped in episode 2 and not episode 1 like he did. And the whole teasing about the fact she might have feelings for him. And the fact that, well, I care about the particular battle. As for the kid, Kajiro, he hints that he has a 6th hidden configuration, which he doesn't know about. Nope, he doesn't. By the way, does he use it in this battle, which happens in episode 39? No, he uses like one thing. Actually happens in episode 40. Yeah. As for Recca, well, tell him about training, which basically happens when Domon starts off his fight in episode 38. So Recca basically is taken off to another dimension and trained in a desert to pretty much train with every single dragon he's already tamed so far, the first 6, and it's revealed in episode 40, I believe it's episode 4, it's like partway through episode 41, that the old man is actually the 7th dragon. Yep, he is a 7th dragon. And it turns out, though, that when they show up the 8th dragon, it's actually Recca's father. Yes, his biological father. Yeah, this is now revealed to like the last episode of the series, which I think is like straight so far for the manga. Yeah. So yeah, as for the battles themselves, we have Domon take on a walking frickin' zombie, whose Magogon basically is a helmet with a piece of hair from it that possesses dead bodies, and apparently wants Domon for some reason. Possess him briefly until he's able to break out and basically smash the damn thing and declare the victor. Yeah, this is a pretty quick one. Next one comes, we have Toya take on a fellow swordsman who has the same kind of power he does, and it turns out he's actually the true heir to the ice sword. And it was hinted the whole episode that he might be the one who actually killed Toya's sister. Nope, it turns out actually was not his sister. It was the main villain. He stated it actually was his mentor who actually killed the sister. And this guy apparently has got a similar sword that he does, and he does recognize him as the true heir to the ice demon, the ice sword. So now the arena that the battle in has sort of this bottomless pit, and basically Toya loses the fight. And instead of accept the victory, he just commits suicide by jumping up, by basically falling into the bottomless pit. What's the bottomless pit? No idea. Episode 40, you have Fuko versus what looks like a giant woman. Nope, it's actually a regular sized woman which Fuko does beat up a few times and uses the last 2 bits of her Magogon, basically uses wind. Yeah, the last 2 balls just to destroy the robot. And she also gets shot by this damn thing. Now, and this I think is quite stupid for the ref to do, to basically accept this. Now, she was about to fall off because she got frickin' shot in the shoulder. And Daemon basically had to force a disqualification because apparently it's actually illegal for teammates to help out their own team during an actual match. And of course, the lady's like, huh. Yeah, of course, during the course of the match, Fuko gets poisoned. Yep. Though gets her hands in the end, though, after the lady, what is her name? Megagami. No, it's Megami. It's, Makito. Yes, Makito. Who's actually, prior to this fight, actually killed a little boy's father. Yeah, so apparently, in case she got accidentally poisoned, she got an antidote. So Fuko took the antidote and apparently took the other antidote as well. So, yeah. Now, I think that the woman herself should have been disqualified, not Fuko, because she brought a freaking gun to the ring. Now, I get the fact that Magogon are basically legal in this tournament. I highly doubt that this death tournament would allow freaking guns. Yes. Why the heck this one was allowed to get a pistol, I have no idea. And here's the thing. Despite the fact that Fuko was disqualified because Daemon saved her, the crowd calls complete bullcrap on this nonsense, and the fact they recognize her as the true winner, not the person who won via DQ. Yep, and then she falls right into the pit. Yep. And episode 41 basically starts in middle battle. We have Kageru, the Kuroganai, yeah, has him fight Joker. Yeah, fights him briefly. Like, this fight lasts about 5 minutes. He basically uses one of his modes, and he's like, I give up, I quit, I forfeit. I'm like, really? Yeah, this particular thing. Now, as with who this guy is, it's implied he's a character from a different series. Why the heck that the writer implied this, I have no idea. Yeah, he just shows up here for, his only appearance prior to this was a couple of non-speaking cameos. And he appears for this episode, and he does a brief fight, and that's it. And then Kurenai basically steps in the ring, and basically, well, the whole Team Okage takes on Kurenai before Recca shows up, as sort of a, let's say, beef up. And of course, Kurenai basically cuts all ties with his adoptive father because of all the bullcrap he's pulled. Yep. And he's really so desperate to get his hands on a teenager. Because she has a healing power, he thinks, oh yeah, that's my key to eternal life. Despite the fact that he doesn't get that in the manga. No, he gets his hands on a jewel to get that, not freaking Unagi. So, then he sticks a freaking puppet on. Now, during the course of the battle, then you find Recca show up after the apparently looked like that Kurogane got killed, but nope, Recca comes a nick of time. Of course, Recca pretty much sustained one more dragon prior to this particular fight. And then Kurenai and Recca start up their big brawl. Yep. And then and of course, they summon the 8th one, but he decides to recognize Kurenai as the true dragon ruler. But due to some circumstances, both brothers are recognized as the fire wielder because of this stupid puppet that Kaju Mori, the main villain of the series, has to conjure up. Yeah, so he takes off who's basically, this particular puppet is a clone of Kurenai. Why the heck this is? Apparently, it says hold, and apparently wants to get an emotional killing machine. If you want to make an emotional killing machine, make a freaking robot. Don't turn a guy into it. So freaking stupid. Yep, and then he tries to self-destruct the whole building. And, well, he stopped thanks to the combined efforts of Recca and Kurenai. And, well, then he just basically disappears in the middle of the battle. Then he just disappears while Kajimura goes outside his car. And it's implied he ran him over. It's not really clear exactly what happened. And as for the victor of the tournament, from what I can tell, it's implied that Recca's team won the freaking tournament because, well, probably Kurenai probably forfeited because he left the freaking building. Yep. What surprise? Nothing. Yeah, and in case of, and of course they kind of wrap it up in a way where there's still some stuff going, like they had to protect Unagi for Kajimori. Rekka's mom basically still has her curse on her, and of course they celebrate with freaking fireworks. Oh yeah, and they all change outfits, first time since I would say this episode. They've been wearing the same exact outfit since episode 16. Yep. And thanks to this final episode, Recca has now tamed all 8 dragons. So that wraps up that particular plot point that's been pretty much been dragging on since episode 17, him taming all 8 dragons. But prior to the tournament, he only tamed about 2. And every single round, he gets 1 dragon tamed. Though in the previous round, he managed to tame about 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, managed to tame 2. That actually was 1, but though of course this one came the last 2. Mm-hmm. Yep, and of course, well, that's where the end of the series, basically, of this open ending of an episode. And as far as I can tell, they never went any further than this. Excuse me. As for why they stopped here, I have no idea. Okay? Final thoughts on this particular series. I think the anime is really good. I do recommend for some people who are fans of ninjas. Yes, people who are fans of ninjas fiction. I do recommend this. This is basically a modern day Japanese anime. And there's some magic here. I see more of an adventure series than simply a magic based series, despite the fact you use magical items. Not the first series basically featured ninjas. Yeah, this is by far the 4th series. Well, technically, you can kind of think of this as the 3rd series I've seen basically features ninjas. Well, as the primary focus of the series. Mm-hmm. Now, they've had ninjas pop up in other series I've watched, but as the primary focus of the series, where basically it's, well, a ninja, the main character is a ninja. And yeah, this is the first time I've watched this. Now, aside from Boruto and Naruto, yeah. Now, my guess is that, and this is my personal theory, that the name Hokage, the title that Naruto uses, the Naruto series uses, the leader of the Leader Lake Village, probably takes name from Hokage ninjas. That's my personal guess. Yeah. Now, when I read this particular arc in the manga, this arc felt like it took a really long time. Like, oh my gosh. This arc felt like it took like 200 freaking chapters to tell. Yeah, it took so freaking long to get through this damn thing. And it's something, though, that the arc that comes right after this. Apparently, Unagi wanted to start a romantic relationship with Recca. That kind of goes to place, but yeah, the romantic relationship kind of starts when she says to kiss Recca on the lips. Yep. As for Fuko starts a relationship with Daemon, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read it. Yeah, and one thing also, basically, that was not big help for me was the fact that normally when I do these particular reviews, usually get something from the Wiki site. The Flame is a Recca fan Wiki site basically has got nothing for me. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a basically page list of all of the arcs of the series. Basically, there are 5 arcs over the course of 329 chapters. Here's kind of the dumb thing about this. They don't list off in this particular thing, like, what chapters are adapted in which episode. And, yeah, this happened with me a few other sites, but not to the point where the thing is like pretty much blank. It's like someone set this template and just didn't bother to do anything with it. Just never bothered to list what chapters part of this particular arc, or what episodes of the anime basically are listed or part of the arc as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it is a good anime overall. Could I see a series come back? Even though it's been 21 years since the series ended, I'm sure the series, if the series does come back, here's what I suggest. Just adapt the last 2 arcs. That's all you really need to do. Yeah, just adapt the last 2 arcs, and that's pretty much it. Now, I would suggest, the way this ending went for this particular series, it kind of felt a little bit like an anime-only style ending. Because Kajimori basically is alive at this particular arc in the manga. He is not implied to be killed after he attempted to run over Koronai, technically the secondary antagonist of the series, who happens to be the main character's older brother. Yep. But all in all, really good series. Now, what is going to be my next anime I'm going to get into? Well, I was originally planning on doing Remma half next. That was the original plan. But because the fact I found a little bit shorter series, a little bit shorter than that one. So my next series I'm gonna get to is Demon Slayer. Yep, I'm gonna get into this particular series. Mainly because I have some interest in it, because I like the whole thing of a feudal Japan type series where you have a character battling demons. Though I'm basically gonna have another series like this in Iwasha basically in the future. Yeah, basically I'm doing 3 anime right now, so that basically I'm gonna do first give Demon Slayer, and then Grandma Half, and then finally Inuwash. After that, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm gonna do next, but those 3 are my next ones I'm gonna do. As for how long it would take Demon Slayer, my guess is hopefully about a couple weeks to get to this particular series. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. I have roughly 2 more videos I want to do today. Next thing I'm gonna do is My Hero Academia, which I'm gonna watch next, and put up a video pretty much around the same time. And then I put this one. I'm also gonna do Case Closed as well. Okay, but see you next few. Bye.